Okay, now on the reverse side of that coin, we just talked about audience responsibilities. Now this one will be a little bit shorter, reaching the audience. So just as the audience is trying to reach me and saying, "You're doing a good job, hang in there, I'm really interested, love hearing about it, blah, blah, blah." Okay, the speaker has to figure out, how am I going to reach the audience? What am I going to do to reach the audience? So we've got that other PowerPoint presentation. Here's an important principle. Maintaining audience attention is more difficult than grabbing the attention at the beginning. Now, I think part of that is because the audience is there, they know somebody's going to speak, and the moment they see, people kind of stopping, talking to each other, and the speaker is up there, has been introduced, they know it's time to shut up and let the speaker speak. So I can grab your attention at that point, but oh gosh, maintaining that attention is much more difficult. We have to be on our best, giving our best, presenting our best in the best delivery possible throughout the speech. We can't let go, oh, I've got their attention, now I can just, say what I want to say and that's it. No, we've got to continue. So how to do it? Speak about something that is of interest to your audience. Now, we talked about figuring out what our audience is all about, audience analysis. We know approximately the age range. We know what these people are interested in. We know, especially, let's say Rotary Club invites me to speak about roses because I'm one of the best rose raisers. No. I grow roses and I'm one of the best in the state, let's say. Okay? So I know that I've been asked to speak about this because people are interested in it. So that's a leg up on it, okay? I already know that they're interested, but what if I come in speaking about something that I haven't been asked to speak about, that I'm trying to analyze my audience and come up with the topic I think they'll all be interested in? Relax. Think about yourself. Think about yourself being that age. Think about yourself being in those circumstances, the same as your audience. Then I think you'll have a much easier time figuring out what to speak about. And this is so important. When I was a graphics designer, I used to put little sticky notes up on my computer or by my telephone. And one of them said, "What's in it for them?" So when my client would call and say, they would ask me, my potential client, do you do this? Do you do that with your web design or your graphics? Do you design logos? Okay. I'm trying to think. If they're asking about logos, what's in it for them? Remember, you're selling yourself and your abilities, but that has to be customized, tailored to their needs. It's all about them. There is nothing about you in this. It is all about your audience. So tell them why they should listen. This is the credibility statement. Why am I the one giving this speech? Now remember, I'm not really selling me. I am, but I'm selling why it's good for them. So it's my credibility, but relevance. It's the relevance statement. What's in it for them? Don't make the topic too easy or too difficult. You don't want it to be infantile. If you're talking to professors, this has to be at a certain level. If you're talking to third graders, you know it's got to be at a much lower level. But even for third graders, believe it or not, you can give something that's too simple. You need to learn about third graders if you're going to be speaking to third graders. What is their vocabulary? What are they interested in? If you're not that familiar, do some research. Who says you should guess what third graders are interested in or what professors are interested in? But also don't make it too hard. You can simplify complex topics so that just about anybody can understand. There used to be some famous figures, Mr. Science, and these people who could take very complex ideas and make them understandable to very young children. So it can be done. You can adjust the complexity of your topic to your audience, and you should. Now, let's say you're 3 minutes into your speech and you feel like you're losing the attention of your audience. Sometimes change, like change in your volume, change in your attitude, silence when you've been speaking, or you've paused and now you speak again, but louder. Anything that is a change from before. People do this in advertising. It used to be that ads were just full of stuff, full of text, full of photos, full. Then Apple came around, and they started designing very, very clean ads. Very little type. A simple photo. A lot of white space. Clean. Well, it got people's attention because it was so different. Now if they go back to another style, it'll grab their attention again. Change is very important. So you may have to change several times during your speech. So how to keep this attention? One of the most important things that keeps people's attention is stories. As human beings, we are interested in stories. We love a beginning, a middle, and an end. And I kind of laugh to my students all the time because as far as I'm concerned, the 3 worst words to hear when you're watching television or to see is to be continued. No, we don't want it to be continued. We want the beginning, the middle, and we want to see the end now. We don't want to have to go through summer reruns and wait till the fall season to see what really happens. This person is just about to fall off a cliff. That's truly a cliffhanger, and we don't get to see it until 5 months from now or 4 months from now. No, we don't like that. Tell stories. When you tell stories, especially stories that are true from your life or that you can relate to, people become involved and you can carry them right through your speech with your story. You don't have to tell the story all the way through. You can start and tell them the beginning of the story, go on to another part of your speech, and then come back and say, let's pick up where we were when so-and-so was talking to so-and-so, and give them the middle of the story. And then go to another part of the speech again, and then end with the ending of the story. People will hang with you until they hear the ending, because that's so important to them. Another thing to do is to make it short. In this class, I'm giving you assignments and telling you how short or how long these speeches are supposed to be. Shorter is usually better than longer. If I give you a 3 to 4 minute speech, hang around the 3-minute mark, 3 minutes and 15 seconds. I'm not saying you have to do that. I'm just saying if you can train yourself to say more in less time, and I'm not saying say more words, I'm saying give more of the message in less time, you will be more successful. Okay? Here's another thing. A couple of you in your speeches, you started out with really great attention getters. I don't know if you knew what you were doing or not, but you gave your audience an instruction to think about something. Think about this. Or close your eyes. I want you to close your eyes and imagine yourself lying on a very hot, sandy beach. The sand is really hot. The sun bearing down on your face is hot. You can feel it drawing your skin back. Do that. Make a mental picture. You can hear the waves lapping. And then all of a sudden, the water comes up and touches your toes. And you smell that beautiful ocean. And then the water rushes back. Draw a picture, a mental picture. Put people in the right mood. So that's another important thing. We'll finish this up with repeat a word or a phrase that is important. I'll get into this in another. There's a, you might want to start your speech with 22. 22. 22. 22 military veterans commit suicide each day. Did I get your attention? I think I probably would if I gave a speech that started out that way. Because if you look around the room, as I'm saying this, I say to you, look around the room. There are about 22 people in this classroom. Take this classroom and kill it off every day. Every single day, this classroom disappears, or a classroom like it disappears. And the word you're going to hear me use most often is enthusiasm. Be enthusiastic. My gosh, if you, the speaker, are not enthusiastic, how am I in the audience going to be enthusiastic? If you speak to me in a monotone, I'm going to get bored. Please pick a topic you enjoy talking about. Be enthusiastic.